Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
Single best idea on Apple Podcasts. What's the theory? Here's the theory. Tons of podcasts out there. And, they go for 20 minutes. They go for 50 minutes. They go for 30 minutes. Look to The Big Take with David Gura is one example of the new produced podcasts. What we're trying to do is give you a window into our 3 hours of coverage on Bloomberg Surveillance, usually with two voices. And today was wonderful. We're going to make this quick. It's August. It's Wednesday. The news flow is killing us. It's supposed to be quiet. It's not. But let's start here with an arching theme, which is EVs in America. Paul Sankey is legendary in hydrocarbon research with Adam Szymanski at Deutsche Bank years ago. Paul Sankey out with his own shingle now. When he walks into OPEC stops and listens. Paul Sankey on the future of EV in America.
The fact of the matter is that the largest single sector in oil is U.S. gasoline. And, that's 10 million barrels a day, right? 1 in 10 barrels consumed globally. And obviously, if you have a significant EV penetration, that's going to, we've been working on that for 10 or 15 years, 12, absolutely. And it is negative for gasoline demand, obviously. It's just that the rate of sales is somewhat disappointing. And, the penetration into the fleet is therefore also weaker than you might have anticipated.
Paul Sankey of Sankey Research on what we see in EV, a huge theme for us in the next year after particularly what we saw a number of days ago from Ford Motor with $1 billion on the write-down that they will take as we learn about EVs, about gasoline moving forward. Big day today, NVIDIA. Ed Ludlow. We're going to devote an entire hour in the 6 p.m. hour to Ed Ludlow's thoughts on NVIDIA, and his conversation will be with Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, and some of that will be colored by a debacle. We book people and we really don't know the news flow. We try to guess, and sometimes we get really, really lucky. Ivan Feinseth, the Tigris management, follows NVIDIA, and just as the SMCI news broke, with the stock plunging because of the accounting delay in their filings, we were privileged to have Ivan with us. On SMCI and their crater, the only way to put the stock price, Ivan Feinseth, Tigris Management.
They recently switched in 23. They switched to Deloitte & Touche, so I guess they're going through the filings again to make sure that there are no issues. I mean, Hindenburg does have a short position in the stock, and then they do publish research that recommends that shorting the stock based on accounting irregularities. So, I mean, it is Hindenburg's work has been questionable. However, I do like Supermicro. It is part of the AI play. So I right now feel this weakness is a buying opportunity.
Ivan Feinseth, Tigris there on SMCI. Lawrence McDonald had out on Twitter. He is suggesting, Larry McDonald's suggesting that SMCI is the third largest customer of NVIDIA. We'll have to check that. Ed Ludlow would know that. I don't know if that's true or not. Ludlow knows all the answers to this tech stuff as well. We've got lots coming up here into the end of the summer. Busy week. Carol Massar, Tim Stenovic. They're going to go out to the U.S. Open. Paul Sweeney was there yesterday, which was very cool. It's a celebration in New York. Heat wave now, but the temperature breaks as we start to stagger into September. We're beginning to line up the voices you need to hear from into September. And, of course, we'll do that. Very excited about a huge radio expansion. Across the nation, we've got a big fat signal in Washington, D.C., 99.1 FM. Joining us September 3rd, 92.9 FM in Boston from I love saying this, from Mount Katahdin to Block Island's National Hotel. People go, really? I go, no, I'm making it up, but it sounds good. From Mount Katahdin in Maine down to Block Island, off the tip of Long Island and off of Rhode Island. Well, okay, this signal's not quite that large, but we'll go with it. 92.9 FM in Boston. Look for that September 3rd. We're out on Apple Podcasts. This is Single Best Idea.